The deals, incentives, and rebates currently available on the 2017 Nissan Leaf are generous and well documented. A handful of utility companies across the United States have offered generous discounts, likely backed by Nissan itself, to move the current generation Leaf from dealerships to driveways. All of this has occurred as the 2018 Nissan Leaf prepares to launch early next year in North America. One YouTuber recently documented his electric car purchasing journey and explained why he bought a 2017 Nissan Leaf. At the end of the day, it all came down to the price. YouTuber Bsonic has had a lifelong interest in electric cars, and even helped build an electric vehicle in high school. Fast forward to the present day, and the Tesla Model 3 made him interested once again in owning an electric car. This first led him to look at a 2017 Chevrolet Bolt EV, the longest-range electric car at a mass-market price that you can walk into a dealership today and drive away. He quite liked the Bolt EV and appreciated its driving characteristics and EPA-estimated 238-mile range figure. However, he found most Chevrolet dealerships wouldn't budge on the price, which made the Bolt EV a near $40,000 car when all was said and done. Even the alternative, leasing options, priced him out of Chevrolet's electric car too. Frugal and sensible, Bsonic moved on to the 2017 Nissan Leaf and was shocked to find out how many incentives were currently offered on the car. Not only did he qualify for the full $7,500 federal tax credit, but Nissan also applied another $5,000 in incentives to the purchase price. In his case, a 2017 Leaf at roughly $30,000 quickly became an $18,000 car, despite not living in a state that adds an incentive on top of the federal credit. Although its range falls short of other modern electric cars, Bsonic felt it was adequate for his needs, and even he noted that he's exceeding its 107-mile EPA estimated range rating because he mostly drives the car in the city. In total, he received $12,500 in incentives, and with a small amount of equity in his previous car, he was able to walk away with a brand new electric car with a monthly payment that is $50 less expensive per month. The moral of his story? Go to a dealership, bargain hard, and be aggressive about asking for incentives. If the range suits a buyer's needs, he suggests, the 2017 Nissan Leaf may be the best electric car bargain on the market until they're gone.
Yes, Nissan redesigned the 2018 Nissan Leaf knowing it would have a range of just 150 miles, against 220 plus for the Chevrolet Bolt EV and Tesla Model 3. This is a bang for the buck play, delivering a car less expensive and with more range than the old Leaf, while still undercutting the Chevy and Tesla by more than $5,000 in price. But, a Leaf with Bolt Model 3 range arrives in about a year, ultimately letting buyers choose how much they want to pay versus how far they want to go. In a test drive here this week for writers and analysts, I found the new Leaf accelerates faster, rides more quietly, and looks better inside and out than the 2011 to 2017 Leaf. An optional semi-autonomous drive feature, Pro Pilot Assist, has the potential to make for nearly trouble-free highway driving. An e-pedal switch lets the driver use the throttle pedal to both go and stop under most situations. The entry Leaf S starts at $31,875 with shipping, $690 less than the outgoing Leaf. Step in the new Leaf and the interior looks more upscale. You could easily be in a high-end Nissan Sentra or Versa. The instrument panel is a combination of a 7-inch LCD and a mechanical speedometer. A second LCD sits near the top of the center stack. There's decent legroom in back, although the seat cushion sits low. Press the starter button low on the center stack next to the single USB jack, then push the mushroom-looking console shifter left and down to engage drive. The car sets off with reasonably good acceleration, since the electric motor is now rated at 110 kilowatts. 147 horsepower, and 236 pound-feet of torque, 38% more than 80 kW, 107 horsepower, and 187 pounds-ft of the first-gen Leaf that weighs about 100 pounds less. Estimates have the Leaf's 0 to 60 mph time at around 8 seconds, versus 10 seconds for the original Leaf. In the city, there's plenty of acceleration since electric motors deliver the maximum torque, power, at 0 RPM. There are 2 drive modes chosen by the mushroom shifter, D, drive, and B, regenerative braking, plus an E, eco, button on the console. Acceleration and throttle mapping is the same for D and B, while eco provides gentler throttle response. Come off the throttle in D and the car coasts down slowly. Do the same in B and there's clear deceleration as battery regeneration kicks in sooner. Push the E-pedal button on the console and deceleration is even more pronounced. With E-pedal, the car applies up to 0.2 Gs of stopping power from regeneration and from the friction brakes, so you can coast down to a stop. Within the first day of driving, you should be able to estimate when you need to come off the throttle to coast your way to a stop at the sign or traffic signal. If you find you're slowing too rapidly, you can get back on the throttle to resume coasting or apply more energy to the motor. What initially might seem like a silly party trick feature actually works well on the road. There is a brake pedal for harder stops. E-pedal differs from other coast down to stop systems in that E-pedal also applies the regular friction brakes. Getting on the interstates at the western edge of Las Vegas, I pressed the blue Pro Pilot Assist button. It engages lane departure warning and full range adaptive cruise control for a semi-autonomous form of highway driving that keeps you positioned in the center of your current lane and paces the car ahead. You can engage Pro Pilot Assist at any speed above 20 mph, then it works at 0 to 90 mph. This is level 2 of the SAE 0 to 5 levels of autonomy, multiple systems working together to assist the driver. It wants to feel your hands on the wheel, micro movements are enough, and it will drive you as long as there's energy in the batteries. How did it work? There was some trial and error at first. On these Nevada interstates, the road edge markers are solid lanes and the lane dividers are multiple raised dots. My Leaf initially favored the solid line and tried to take that line onto the exit ramp before I applied a little pressure to keep it straight on the highway. A couple times after that, it appeared to wander and I corrected before waiting to see if it would cross a lane boundary. Shifting to the middle lane with dots on both sides, PPA was better at keeping the car centered. Later, it was fine driving on an outside lane, lane dots one side, continuous lane paint the other side. There was no divided highway curve that was too sharp for the car to handle on its own. Over time, I grew more comfortable, but not enough to feel fully at home and free to try something stupid, such as write a text while driving. Note that this was one of the rare cloudy days in Las Vegas and the pavement markings were worn and due for a new coat of paint. But that describes a lot of roads in the US. I'm looking forward to spending a full day, or 150 miles worth of a day, getting more familiar with Pro Pilot Assist. The idea of a single button enabling the features needed for Level 2 autonomy is intriguing. Given that Nissan is working with a single radar and a single camera, it suggests Nissan put a lot of work into the software. Nissan is offering a second vision system, Pro Park Assist, not tested. It helps with all manner of parking. Others who tested the Leaf's parking earlier in the year said parts worked adequately and parts took a long time to position the car before making the final maneuvers. The 2018 Nissan Leaf comes in 3 grades, or trim levels. All are front drive, 4-door hatchbacks. And all have the same 40 kWh battery, up from 30 kWh on the 2017 Leaf that was good for 107 miles. Charging time is 8 hours with a 6 kW charger and 16 hours with a 3 kW charger, and an 80% fast charge takes 40 minutes. Weight is 3,433 pounds to 3,508 pounds. Leaf S, $31,875, with shipping. In addition to being $690 or $2% cheaper than the old Model S, Nissan cites an additional $4,500 in value with the 40% range increase, 37% more horsepower, standard automatic emergency braking, the 7-inch meter, instrument panel LCD, plus analog speedometer, and auto on-off headlamps. Pro Pilot Assist is not offered on the Leaf S. Leaf SV, $33,375. The mid-level Leaf adds Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and full-range adaptive cruise control. The $2,220 technology package includes Pro Pilot Assist, Intelligent Lane Intervention, Lane Keep Assist, Blind Spot Detection with Rear Cross Traffic Alert, Automatic Emergency Braking with Pedestrian Detection, LED headlamps, Auto High Beams, and Electronic Parking Brake. Those premium audio, a driver-only 6-way power seat, an auto-dimming mirror with HomeLink garage door opener, and a level 2 and 120/214-volt portable charging cable. Leaf SL, $37,085. The premium model adds blind spot detection with rear cross traffic alert, Nissan's popular 4-camera surround view monitor with moving object detection and driver attention alert, Bose premium audio, the Level 1/Level 2 EVSE, electric vehicle supply equipment smart charging cable, and turn signals on the outside mirrors. Most of the SV Tech package options are standard here. The SL $650 technology package includes Pro Pilot Assist. The Leaf goes on sale in the Japan home market in October. US customers can take delivery starting in early 2018 and, as with the Tesla Model 3, you can get on a waiting list. The Leaf is eligible for a federal tax credit of up to $7,500, and rebates or tax credits in some states. Should you buy? As the Nissan Leaf reaches 150 miles of range, it increases the number of people who can live with an EV. If you decide to always want 20 miles in reserve, the range difference, 130 versus 87, is 50% greater. Compared with the Bolt EV and Tesla Model 3, the Leaf is the lightest, although the Bolt EV is 12 inches shorter at 164 inches, and carrying 50% more battery capacity. The Leaf has significantly more cargo space behind the back seat than either, even though the Tesla is 8 inches longer. The Tesla and Chevy accelerate faster. The Bolt EV is rated at 238 miles with its 60 kWh Li-ion battery, and the Tesla at 220 miles for the 50 kWh miles and 310 miles for the 75 kWh batteries. Things will get better in about a year, when Nissan can offer a 60 kWh battery pack on the 2019 Leaf. Here's why Nissan doesn't have it now. The 2018 Leaf looks all new because of the body redesign. But the underpinnings are based on the earlier Leaf. The wheelbase remains 106.3 inches and the new 2018 battery array was fit into the existing dimensions. It's going to take more engineering work, plus battery fences, to fit 60 kWh into the same Leaf. The 2018 Leaf already has 2/3 more energy density in the same space. One thing that's changing in Nissan's favor is the positive perception of EVs and the belief among some buyers that there's nothing wrong with driving an EV as a Monday to Friday commuter car, than renting something bigger with a combustion engine for holiday weekends. In other words, you don't need a Nissan Armada full-time because you're about to buy a 75-inch TV sometime in the next year and haul it home. Only an outlier commuter couldn't get to work and back on a 150-mile EV. Most could go 2 to 3 days before needing to recharge. Still, first-time EV buyers think range first. Longer range is better. Inductive charging that eliminates the need to plug in will also grease the ways for EVs. Nissan has done well with the Leaf so far. Our first impression is that with a clean sheet design, Nissan might have been able to offer cars with 200 and 300 mile ranges now. That will come, 200 plus miles next year, and 300 miles perhaps in 2 to 3 years, around 2020.